Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone who is watching this now or later. I will be sharing now my insights from my Vipassana journey, which ended last Sunday and started 11 days before that. So it was a Wednesday evening, the 15th, 16th, never mind. Most of you said you were interested in my biggest challenges and the biggest surprises, which I will get to. I will also share some insights, but to understand a little bit the challenges and the surprises, I will talk about what you do there, right? And then I received questions from 5 different people, among them whether I missed speaking and how to best prepare, which I thought was a really, really great question because this journey is quite a challenge. I will get to towards the end of this live. So, first of all, I had heard about Vipassana, I don't know, forever, for the last couple of years, 5 years ago for the first time, I guess. And I think I know 7 people by now who've done it. But I never really asked anyone so much about their experiences. I just kind of noted that that's something that I want to do. So, Vipassana supposedly is the type of meditation that got Buddha to enlightenment. So, as you set out on your Vipassana journey, you set out to achieve enlightenment, which is actually not the reason why I did it. So basically, it's a type of silent meditation, and when you go to a Vipassana retreat, it's actually not a retreat. I don't even know how to say it. It's a seminar, a workshop. It's really challenging. You basically live like a nun or a monk for 10 days. Your day starts at 4 a.m. in the morning. So the morning alarm rings at 4, and then the first meditation is from 4:30 to 6:30. You will have breakfast after the first meditation. That is taken care of. Then you have 3 more hours of meditation. Then you will have lunch, which is also taken care of. And after 12 p.m., there will be no more food except for some fruit in the afternoon at 5. If you are an advanced student, which means that you have taken a 10-day course before, so now I will be an advanced or old student, you're not supposed to eat even fruits after noon. They actually never tell you why. They say to always keep your stomach at least 25% empty, because that will be good for meditation. Personally, I never feel a difference, or actually I think it's easier to be kind of satiated when I meditate as opposed to feeling hungry, but we're all different, I guess. So my motivation was to be able to focus better. That was my motivation, I guess, in general, and to kind of calm the fuck down, because I have a lot of things always going on in my life, and I knew, hi Teresa, and I knew that this would be good for me. So anyway, now that you know a little bit of the schedule, you get an idea that this can be challenging. Note that all meditations are taking place seated. So there's no walking meditation, right? There's no ecstatic dance flow. No. You are sitting during those meditations for about 10 hours a day. Plus, there is a nightly discourse by the teacher, which also takes over an hour, through which you are sitting as well, so no lying down for you. So, one of the biggest challenges was all that sitting and not moving my body, but retrospectively, that actually wasn't the hardest. Everyone, as you go through Vipassana, goes through physical pain. That is actually part of the journey and part of the technique, that you learn to not over-focus on pain, but you learn to master your mind and to let it be there and to stay equanimous. If you don't know what equanimous means, it means it's not to not take seriously, but it's to stay calm. It's not to say this is good or this is bad. It's like you stay in an equilibrium. That's what it means. Emotionally, mentally, that you have a clear focus. So if something bad happens, you're not going to go, fuck, and you're not going to stay in like a bad mood forever. And if something good happens, you're not going to crave and want to hold on to this moment forever, as we humans do. So my biggest challenge was actually to stay. So we all meet our own demons when we are on that kind of journey. We all come with different rucksacks. We all come with from different backgrounds, with different challenges in our lives, different patterns. And this form of meditation is supposed to get you out of your patterns, right? You're supposed to achieve enlightenment, liberation, yay! So we all meet our own demons. So I don't know what yours is. One of mine was definitely to pull through. I used to be, when I was younger, a complete puller througher with everything that I did. And then there came a point in my life where, for some reason, that wasn't appreciated. That wasn't valued by my outside world. And I stopped doing that because I just kept being disappointed. But I developed a habit pattern that ultimately is very unhealthy, because it developed into not pulling through and not trying hard enough for me to even be able to judge whether something works for me or not. So that hit me big, big, big time on the second and third day, and around the fifth, sixth, seventh day, or even the eighth day, I think. And man, I got so angry. Plus, the thing is, the discourses that you watch in the evening, which are kind of, to give you input about the technique and the philosophy and all that. Hi there. They're from 1991. So scientifically, it's not exactly up to date. So if someone stands there and is telling me you cannot influence the sensations in your body, and I have studied, some things neuroscience and some things epigenetics, I just have to tell you, dude, you're wrong. If someone is telling me you are always, when you don't change a habit pattern and you just you repeat your old habit pattern, you're creating new trauma. For me personally, it's like, that's not exactly right. You're feeding old trauma. So I had quite a lot of struggle with this. Being like, first of all, I have to sit here for so long. My body is in pain. This is definitely not healthy for my body. Then I have to listen to this dude from 1991 every evening. And I'm not even allowed to go for a run. So one of the framework conditions is that you don't exercise during these 10.5 days. No exercise, no running, no nothing. Everybody stretched, trust me, because it's just not humanly possible. We're not Buddha. You don't sit under a tree for a week. But yeah, so that was such a challenge. And I didn't realize until, it hit me. I was walking outside. So in between, you're allowed to walk. The area is also beautiful. It's a beautiful meditation center. I was in Triebel, which is in Saxony, in Sachsen. Close to Czech Republic, actually. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Fields to walk, little forest to walk. Beautiful. I was like, fuck, I can't quit. Really, do I want to quit? Really? After 2 days, 3 days? And then I was like, you know what? I came here to stay. I didn't come here to leave. So I stayed longer, and the second biggest challenge was the food, actually. So alongside I have done so much work, and I know things better than this technique, which is going on, also in my mind. Eating 2 times a day only was really hard. And I had this pattern that I would eat, kind of to store food, to hold on to food, which is what you're supposed to not do. You're not supposed to crave or hold on to something, so that it would last and carry me through the day, so that the energy would last and carry me through the day. And that got me into trouble. I think it was the 8th day, or the 7th or 8th day. 7th day, I got stomach cramps, because for lunch I ate a lot, and I got such bad cramps. And I never have anything with my stomach, right? I'm not, my physicality, just my emotional, physical body doesn't work this way. Some people, when things go wrong in their lives, they get stomach aches or whatever. I never, ever. And I had the worst cramps. I actually got hot water bottle at some point, because it was so painful, like you can't imagine. And then I was like, wait a minute, what is happening here? Because then I was like, again thinking, oh, I have to leave eventually, like tomorrow my partner has to pick me up, or I have to go home and I'm out of here 3 days early, like yay. And I was like, okay, wait, observe what is happening. Why did this happen? What are you supposed to learn? Well, you ate too much. You ate more than what you needed. And then on top of that, you ate a lot of fruit later. Again, more than what you needed. And then your body told you, stop doing that. And so I'm like, okay, fine. Tomorrow, I will start to actually only eat as much as I need. I slowed down my eating big time. I had cramps for a whole day then, but the next morning was better. Like during the day, it kept getting better. And after 1.5 days, that was gone. And so these were my biggest challenges. They fed into each other, right? The food thing fed into the I'm gonna quit thing. And man, when day 9 hit, I was like, fuck, I did it. Day 10, the pattern changes. You are allowed to speak again to your fellow meditators. So I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, this is a silent thing. So apart from the 10 hours of meditation a day, you are not to talk to your fellow meditators, not even to your roommate. You're not even supposed to have, eye contact, as little as possible. You're basically supposed to not communicate, which is not possible, of course. You always communicate, and if it is holding open a door for the next person who's coming, or, stopping so someone can take their food, you always communicate. So that was kind of fun to see, like, how we all, like, communicate without communicating. But yeah, there's no speaking. Basically because you're attempting to replicate Buddha's experience, which is in solitude, staying in solitude, and doing this whole thing by yourself. Yeah, these were my biggest challenges during the Vipassana journey. Let me check my notes. So yeah, as I said, everyone meets their own demon. So I don't know what your demon is. A lot of you asked about my biggest surprises as well. So speaking about demons, I only had beautiful insights. Exclusively beautiful insights. So for many people who are not used to emotional or trauma work or any kind of therapeutic healing work, who have little to no experience with really deep healing, they will come up against some darkness of their soul. So of course the food thing and the leaving thing, that's some darkness within me as well. So that was my demon. But people have things, thoughts come up in their meditation. Actually, before I went on this journey, someone warned me, don't be afraid, don't leave, stick through it. If you have dark thoughts, it's all going to be worth it. And to be honest with you, I was prepared. I was not scared, because I'm like, okay, I know that, your unconscious can always surprise you big time. However, I'm not scared. Um, I know that when I took San Pedro in Peru 3 years ago, I was not prepared for it to be that intense. And I also made the mistake to take too much. Or let's say not to take too much, but to not say, hey, I feel like I'm one of the super sensitive ones, give me less. So, as they had offered, actually. And so I had a very intense, not good trip. And fortunately, we had really good shamans and energy workers who stayed with me. And back then I had also said, I'm not scared, you know. So with that experience at the back of my head, I was like, okay, I'm not scared, but I know I can be surprised. Hi there, I don't know who just joined. Maybe you who just joined, let me know if you can see and hear me well, because I don't actually know that. So yeah, with that experience at the back of my head, I was like, well, I know that things can happen. And I am actually going to stop here because I'm not sure if you can see and hear me well, and I want to make sure I double check that. So this was part 1. So I'll end with one of the surprises for me of this journey was that I only had beautiful insights. So I had no darkness that I wasn't aware of. I had no terrible emotions come. I actually had really beautiful insights. Thoughts that hit me not even during meditation, but in between meditation. Maybe when I was having breakfast or when I was going for a walk. I had beautiful encounters with nature. I saw snail sex. I saw what's the word? I can't. What's the word of that animal? Firefly sex. I had a butterfly sit on my hand. I watched and observed and listened to ravens, and I saw the cutest bumblebee, moth, bird, interconnected, whatever little insects that were so cute. So yeah, that was something that surprised me. That was also a relief, but that was so, you know, when you realize things that are beautiful, that's just wow.